Ahoy everyone, and welcome to the stream. Tonight's event has been 150 years in the making, and it's a moment a lot of virtual sailors have been waiting for. We are about to kick off the final stage of the very first eAmericas Cup on Virtual Regatta tonight. Before we present you with tonight's competitors, let me first introduce you with the crew who's joining me on the stream. First off, we have Arthur Van Dam, better known in the eSailing community as Cube. He is one of the tournament directors, and he's coming to us live from Ghent in Belgium. How are you, Arthur?
Good evening, and thanks for having me. I'm perfectly fine here, and I'm really excited to be part of this event tonight.
Sounds like you've got stoke in your voice. Great. Next up, we have a very familiar name in the streaming and the eSailing world. It is one of the 8 players who was qualified after running hundreds of races for the prelims of this eAmericas Cup, and he surely will be cheering an Italian winner tonight at the end of this event. It's Alberto Carraro. Come vai, Alberto?
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here with you, commenting this amazing final of the first eAmericas Cup, and I'm really excited to see who is going to win, or if it's the one from Naples, the one from Manfredonia, or the one from Trieste.
Yep, there's definitely going to be a lot of Italian action tonight. Like we said, it's going to be an Italian job, a real hold-up. Last but not least, live from sunny San Francisco, California, we have our mod, and more importantly, my very handsome brother, Arcturos. How are things over there in the West Coast this morning, Arthur? We are having a little bit of trouble getting Arthur to pop into the stream. He is live with us and should be joining us in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, beautiful day in San Francisco. Good to be here. Sorry.
No, great to see that you're with us. Races will be starting soon, but we've got a couple of minutes right now. We're especially happy that you, our audience, are with us tonight, whether it's on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Join the chat, say hi, and strap in, because we're going to be racing in AC75s tonight. Races will be starting in just a second. You have on your screen right now the name of the 2 challengers. Before we get into the details of this event and how is it organized, let's introduce these 2 challengers. First of all, Valio and Alberto, I think you're the best person to tell us about these players tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We have from the Italian club Capri, the yacht club Capri, sorry, Valio 86, Valerio Mereghini is from nearby Naples, just to give a geographical reference to everyone. And he is a really good match racer in real life, not only in esports. He is the oldest guy in the team here. He's from 1986, so 35 this year. And he's fighting against MCS Rock, aka Rocco Guerra, the guy from Manfredonia in Puglia, so in the East Coast. So this is a West Coast versus East Coast first race. Rock is the actual Italian champion for fleet race. For the Italian Federation, and he just joined the team MCS for this new adventure that this esports team is conducting over Virtual Regatta.
Exactly. So yeah, if you haven't been following the results of the eAmericas Cup round robins that have been taking place, it is an all-Italian lineup that we are bringing you tonight. All 3 competitors are from Italy, are from the Bel Paese, and we will also be having a defender. So the defender is the racer who came out of the round robins with the best overall total score, and it had to come down to tiebreakers. It was that close between the racers. So the defender is also a player from the MCES team out of Italy, Luca Koslovic, a 420 and 49er sailor, but also a very accomplished e-sailor. Q, maybe you could tell us a little bit about our defender tonight.
So yeah, we have seen him already. It's not the first time that we see his boat and his style in action. He's been a world championship finalist, and he's very young, very good on the fast boats, especially very fast handling, and I think that's one of the most important skills to master here in the AC75.
Yeah. Luca also currently leading the Italian eSailing ranking. He's 17 years old, and we have some very young competitors also. Along with Luca, we have Rocco Guerra, who is also under 18. We'll just put it that way. And Valerio, however, has a more accomplished career as a sailor. We know he's an instructor, I believe, in Capri, a sailing instructor.
Correct.
Alberto, you were sharing with us some stories about Valerio's sailing past a little bit before the stream.
Yeah, I want also to add that to Luca, if you don't mind, Arthur, that also he's an amazing real sailor, Luca. He was a third at the under 17 420 World Championship in Newport 2018, and the third in the 420 under 17 class on the Europe Championship in Galicia in Spain. So not only an amazing e-sailor, also a impressive real sailor. He's starting now with a 49er. It's impressive his career over sailing and e-sailing. What about Vallio? Vallio has been done a lot of match races. He was one of the youngest talent that Italy had in early 2000 for match racing. After a little, he done an amazing job around 2008, 2009. He also qualified in top 10 in Italy, top 100, around 100 in the world. So I have no doubt that Vallio will be one of the best that is going to make it challenging for both team and CES.
It will. It will. Right now, we just brought up the round robin scoreboard thanks to Powered by SailRanks. Just a quick shout out to them. Tonight, you have on your screen right now the players who competed in the round robins. They were 8 selected out of the 3 days of EC75 racing that happened on Virtual Regatta this week. And we saw these players all face off in a best of 3 format over the last 3 days. Cube, maybe you can tell us how the racing will go on tonight and what we can expect in terms of just the race organization, how it's set up, and what you've been doing to create this very first edition of the electronic sports version of the America's Cup.
So, well, of course, we had the very, very challenging qualifier stage. For all the players, which involved a lot of time that had to be spent in the game in order to qualify. Then, well, the round robins, very intense, very close, and actually the tiebreakers had to be used in order to put the players in first, second, and third position. So it's always good to see that those things are necessary because that shows that the level is very high. And well, now what we see is we will first join P2 and P3, so that the second and third place will fight it out in a best of 5 in order to determine who will become the official challenger in the final, so to say. And then we will see another best of 5 between that winner and Luka Kozlovic to determine who will be the winner of the first E-America's Cup.
And incredible. When you think tonight that we're finally going to see the very first winner of the E-America's Cup, just less than a couple days after Emirates Team New Zealand took home the 36th America's Cup back in Auckland. They were playing at home. And this is the very first time this event has been organized, whether on Virtual Regatta, which is the game we're playing tonight, or just anywhere else in the world. Virtual Regatta, if you're not familiar with it, it's a free game that you can play on PC, on iOS, and on Android. It's very quick to download, very quick to learn, and takes a lifetime to master. Some of these guys may be very young, but they have hours and weeks of experience racing on real water, but also racing on these virtual waters. and they will be holding tonight a very interesting format that we've never really seen yet in the eSailing world. So that's going to be great. And like we said with Arthur, it's going to be 2 best-of-5 formats tonight. First of all, the 2 defenders, and then the 2 challengers, I'm sorry, and then heading off against the defender, Luka Koslovic. The race should be now getting ready to start. I see it's 6:30 on our screens here in Paris. How are we doing on the
So the race has been
Wind
set,
check,
and
check.
in 5 seconds we will have the 1 minute countdown starting.
That sounds fantastic, man. Looking forward to getting this this event on the road, getting it underway. And again, let us know who you're cheering on in the chat. I see a lot of people. Really thank you for joining us, and we hope that you guys will have a good time.
Okay, guys, we have 40 seconds to the start.
Racing in the waters of Auckland. Here we go. Black sails right now is Valio, and red sails MCS Rocco Guerra. Both boats to the right side of this starting box. I'll let you guys comment this start. I think you know better than I do.
Okay, we have Rock that tried to hook Valio, give him a penalty, and now is trying to step over his boat to keep the penalty over him, but at the moment is start 1 from MCS Rock. What do you think, guys?
A bit of a late start there by both boats. They were probably 2 or 3 seconds late at the start and went for port straight away, going for that wind pressure on the right-hand side of the course that we see. Now going for the lift out of this wind pressure.
Yes, and it appears that this is a very safe situation for Rock to be in, and he might even be able to continue on this leg till the ley line, so that would give him a huge advantage if he doesn't have to do more tacks in order to get that first gate.
And a nice slam dunk of MCS Rock over Valio, and the difference between the 2 boats is going around 100 meters. There is has to be a sorry guys, issue with the audio. We have over 70 meters of overlap of distance between Rock and Valio, and they are both going from the same mark, as there is more wind on the right hand side of the racing area. But Valio has to split.
Yes, we see very clear here that the start situation is so important in these boats, both in real life as in the virtual version of it. So the advantage that Rock had at the start is still paying off right now as we approach halfway the race.
I believe now the one of the biggest changing point of this race will be the next mark, where you can win or lose. What do you think will be the best one, guys, to round on?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. So Rock is now choosing the left hand side and making a direct tack, so that allows him to both take that left hand shift that is coming to him and still being able to cover Valio. And Valio had a bit of trouble with that mark rounding, so this gives a huge advantage to MCS Rock.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think the left path is going to change something, or do you think it's game over and wait for the next one?
That's maybe what you might be thinking, but there's still one upwind beat that could change everything, and they're only halfway on this upway beat. Staying right on the water looks right now to be paying off for Valio, but not enough to catch up with Rock.
No, and we can see that the distance between the 2 boats is still increasing.
Yeah, Rock is going also in a windier air. The wind is stronger on the left. So that's why the difference increased from 100 meters to over 200 meters.
Yeah, Rock just managed to stretch out into the lead here. And going to be placing Valio right away in a defensive position in this challenger phase. Like we said, it's a best of 5. It's not a real America's Cup best of 7, but it's going to be even better because there's even more drama and suspense. It will be first player to 5, and looks like there will be 1 point going to Rock at the end of this first race.
Indeed, and we can say that was a deserved point, both from the pre-start and then also from the further decision that he made during the race. And there we have it. First point is in for Rock, and this gives him the first lead of this final event of the eAmericas Cup.
That is a 6-second lead for Rock on Valio. And here we go. Let us bring you back to the scoreboard really quick as we update everything for you. Shortest distance sailed was Valio, though. Interesting that didn't pay off a little bit more for him there. But we'll see. These players have already faced off in the round robins. They know how to adjust to each other's playing style.
Guys, we have to remember that the two guys, not only during the round robin, but also during the qualification, they have the unlucky time to fight against each other. And there was only 2-1 for Rock during the qualification, and I believe it was 2-1 also during the top 8, right?
Yes, but this time it was for Valio, I believe. That
it was for Valio. So at the moment are 3-3 actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Rock on Fire already lost against Valio, also lost against Ramon Parejo during that round robin phase. And Valio only lost against Pepito and Farley.
Okay.
So
I
that
have
brings
a
the
request
score
to
even.
I have a request to ask to you guys. Please do not show anymore the top 8 competitors over say rank, or if you do, please hide the number 8 because it was really embarrassing.
Hey, you know, that's the point of racing in real life and in esports. It's sometimes you have a good day, sometimes you have a bad day.
Currently, it is Rock with the red sails, and who's picking up a penalty here on Valio. Very interesting 30 seconds to start.
Protest.
Yeah, we have penalty, but it's still 20 seconds to the go. Another penalty for MCS Rock.
That's going to be more tricky to get out on. See, Valio is keeping that pressure and pushing him down far away from the starting line.
Yeah, but at the moment, Valio chose the right choice. Let's see.
Oh.
Dial down, hit him. No. Penalty for Valio at 2 seconds from the start.
That was 11 on Rule 11 penalty. Very interesting. Thought he had the dial down, but apparently the game considered he was the boat astern.
The problem is Rock stopped the tuck in the middle. So in the moment you do not touch the helm anymore, you start to avoid to be a 13 and start to consider as a windward-leeward. So Rock used all the skill that he has to beat Valio over this tuck.
Perfect timing right on the start here, and now already starting race 2 with 125 meters. And right now in a slightly stronger gust of air.
Yeah, the difference in speed between the two is over 5 knots on both speed. So probably the wind speed, the difference is 1 or 2 knots.
Yeah, I believe it became really important for Valio to win that start, as he saw that in the first race. It's not that easy at all to come back once you've lost the pre-start, and maybe he has just been a bit too aggressive with that move, with that dial down. Because as we could see on the stream, I think we had around 1 second of time between the moment that Rock stopped his deck and that Valio touched him. So that was enough for Valio to get the penalty.
It also feels like they're playing very aggressive on those pre-starts. 2 times now have had just a late start, a few seconds behind. Yes, that's costing a lot during these upwinds. This is race 2, second leg.
Yeah, a 500-meter lead almost already for MCS Rock as he rounds the right gate. Was the favored gate. He had all the options open for him.
It immediately also gives an answer to us, to the people watching, as whether the start is the most important thing and by how much it's important. I think the way that those two players are approaching the pre-start, we can say that for them the start is at around 90%, 95% of the race, and they really put all their effort and all their skills into making sure that they win that pre-start and they cross the line first position.
It's even more important than during the actual America's Cup, and we saw in the past couple of weeks how important it was to win the start. In the AC75 format, you can just pick up so much speed off your opponent and get the better air and the better options.
I believe also like the Real C75, here we have area with a big wind shifts that are definitely the one you have to go in rather than follow more the wind shifts. You have to go for where the wind is stronger, and as you can see, Rock right now is on the on the limit of that path.
Mm-hmm.
If he drives again, he is going to lose maybe 5 or 10 knots. So it's not ended. I mean, Rock can still go in a no-wind zone and lost it, even with 700 meters of advantage over the last mark.
Yes, we were able to see examples where one mistake, one touch of a mark, one wrong tack might lead to big problems. But I think in this case, it's fair to say that this was another convincing victory for Rock, bringing him to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I'm noticing that although Rock has won this race, the gap didn't stretch that much. Valio had that 200-meter gap from the start and really didn't go that further. So maybe if they have a better start on the next race, we might see some change in the results.
Yeah, no, and that might lead again to the question. I think once you reach that certain level and you become like a really good player and really advanced player in the AC75, you really start to realize that as a matter of boat handling in the tacks and in the upwinds and downwinds, there isn't that much difference between both of them, and they both understand the race course. They understand how to interact with the boundaries, how to interact with the shifts. And once you get that skill, and once you know exactly what to do during the race, there isn't much else to do, and the only thing you can expect is that your opponent is making a mistake, which is very rare to happen on this level.
Yeah, entirely true.
But it does happen. We've seen it before. I saw that Arthur, you launched some predictions during that last race. How did that go with the chat? you guys gave us your opinion on who you thought would win the Challenger Finals. Is that correct?
Well, votes are placed in, and well, since it's a prediction, we will give the results at the end. Those who have voted for Rock on Fire will receive their points. Those who betted on Valio will receive a lot more points. Current ratio is 1 to 390.
The odds were in favor of Rock after 2 races, as you guys can see on your screen right now. But this is also where Valerio will let his experience show. It's a mental game, and he might be able to have a slight advantage on young Rocco Guerra from near Bari. Manfredonia was I realized close to Bari.
Yes, correct. You don't say too much because it's a lot of rivalries between the 2 cities. So
I'll know next time I go to Manfredonia. I won't make that mistake. Yeah, so let's see if perhaps the experience and the perseverance of Valio, who we also saw come into this event as maybe a little bit of an underdog and finally get through a field of some very, very good e-sailors that we see in all of the top events. Let's see if he can pull back, if he can come back from this 2-0 lead, but it won't be easy for sure.
Yeah, he has 3 match point, Rock, before the end of this Challenger Finals. So he has 3 possibilities to win this Challenger Finals and go to the final against the other MCS Luka Kozlovic.
So the third race has just been started.
Is on the point of getting started. We are going to bring you to it in a second. Just want to make sure we get the action from the right angle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome back to Auckland, and we are unfortunately in the race itself. Our boat has made it onto the water. We wanted to stay in the spectator fleet, so let's just get that started again for you. The audience knows this is a very first time we've done a stream with, for one, this many hosts, all 4 you guys, and especially with this many viewers. So welcome to everyone, and thank you again for joining us. This is race number 3 of the E-Americas Cup, starting right now. Black sails is Valio and right sails is Rock. Both Italian skippers right now fighting on the right side of the box. 15 seconds to start, and they are far from the line.
Once again,
boat speeding up here. Rock picking up the penalty.
And there is a
Valio
nice
for its tight right start there for Valio, going for attack to port just after the starting line, going for that wind pressure on the right hand side of the course. Now that is what we've seen in real life applied right now.
It feels like we're watching the America's Cup with the right side of the course that was sometimes very much favored. We saw Emirates Team New Zealand take advantage of that right side of the course several times. And now we see it playing out right ahead of us in this virtual event tonight.
But as you can see, guys, this one is really challenging racing area, as you have a big left wind shift, but the wind is on the right side of the racing area. So I will not say that this one is close for Valio. I don't believe that Rock will give up so easily. This one, he has many opportunity to win because of these 2 different variables that will allow people to choose different sides of the racing area without nobody being absolutely wrong. What do you think, guys?
That is why we have Alberto Carraro on the stream. That's what I think. To get that kind of analysis and that kind of experience from the AC75, which is still a relatively recent class on the game.
Exactly, and the first decision coming up now.
Oh, Rock trying to get inside of Valio here at the upwind mark, but he got slowed down. He wasn't able to stay up on one board, on one foil, and had to probably splash down. If this had been an actual race, that probably would have cost him a splashdown.
Yeah, I think he just managed to keep his momentum into the boat, because otherwise, you know that when you're stuck into the wind on those EAC 75s, you're stuck there for a long time.
That was a risky move that Rock O'Gara tried there. I'm not surprised. I can see him going for it, not giving up, and throwing everything he's got into this third race. But Valio's still in control right now, 50 meters ahead.
Very interesting decision there by Rock to tack just behind Valio. I don't know if that was planned or not, but it doesn't give him a lot of options at the moment to attack Valio. So he will have to wait till Valio tacks first or opens the game again.
I'm realizing something here. We don't see the boundary on the spectator view, but are we still playing with a normal AC75 boundary rule?
Oh, okay. Thank you for the update. I was a little scared on not viewing the boundary, but right now Val is going to tack, and maybe Rocco is going to follow, so there is no possibility right now for Rock to win. Only Valio can lose this one.
There's a confirmation. It might be just a little graphical issue, not showing the boundary, but they are there.
All
So
right.
that Rule 20, where port has right-of-way, is still in effect.
Right. There is the same rule as in the America's Cup. Right now, when boats approach the boundary, they do recover right of way on a boat that would be starboard or that would be leeward. Right now, heading down this second downwind beat, it is Valio from the Yacht Club Capri who is in the lead, going towards his first point in the Challenger final of the America's Cup. Wow, it's really exciting now. It's starting to get into a real race because we have 2-1, and we're going to go into the fourth race right now.
Yep.
Impressive.
I told you Valio is not going to give up. He was one of the best world match racer in Italy. So
Yeah, Valio, part of the eSailing.
Thrilling match race between those two top players.
Yeah, we are sorry for that interruption in the stream. Technical issues on our end. Our apologies. Sorry, Cube, if you were giving us a little bit of analysis on the beginning of this race. 20 seconds to start. We hope everything is going smoothly on your end. Valio picking up a penalty. And yeah, really sorry about that little technical issue over here.
So with 10 seconds to go, Valio just came out of his penalty, is now on starboard, getting another penalty from Rock on Fire. They are both far from the start, and the start has been given with Rock on Fire, a clean start, immediate tack towards that right-hand side of the course, and Valio close behind, 58 meters at the moment, also going to the right-hand side where there is clearly more pressure.
yeah, right now I will predict a nice couple of splits because Valio is going to the left to try to split with Rock, and Rock will not follow as the left has really actually no wind. So they want both to stay in the wind. They will not follow each other. Rock want to increase the distance and then slam dunk over Valio. But as you can see,
Valio's
Valio's
having none
trying
of that.
everything.
As you can see, that lighter patch of water behind the boats is the bad air coming off of the sails, and these sails are absolutely enormous. The AC75s have a lot of sail up, even though they don't seem very big on your screen right now. They are just enormous boats in real life. Bad air coming off of these boats will slow down their opponents, and while as upwind, it's the boat that's behind that has bad air. when you're going downwind, that all comes and switches up. All of a sudden, the boat going in front has bad air. How much does the wind shadow on the downwind beat really affect the leading boat? How much can it allow a boat to come back in these AC-75s?
The important thing there is that it's actually 0 meters because the AC-75s go faster than the wind. That means that the bad wind or the wind turbulence that you create actually is located behind the boat, as you can see.
A little bit to the side, yeah. To the side and behind.
So it will actually impact the person that is following you more than the one who is in front of you.
Yeah, guys, and we have to also to remember that this beast have 26 meter, I believe, is 87 feet of mast height. They have over 140 mainsail area.
140 meters of mainsail area?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
They have, in square feet, there is 15,000 square feet of sail area.
Oh, thank you for those stats, Alberto.
So think about the bad wind that you have when you tuck in the bad air of the boat that is leading in front of you. And think of the weight of that sail. I believe that there have to be a lot of people that have to carry that.
Plus, there's all of the mechanics inside of the membrane of these sails. It's not just fabric. Here, Valio coming around the same mark as Rock, but much slower and letting Rock extend off into a 300-meter lead. Pretty comfortable in the second downwind beat of this fourth race. But it's not over. We saw Valio be able to dominate if he gets a good start. He can keep young Rocco Guerra in check behind them, but he really needs to win those starts, and it's all about being able to shake off a penalties fast enough or place a penalty on your opponent. Right now, Rocco Guerra just cruising down at 45 knots and slightly avoiding the committee boat. Didn't want to put any damage. The committee boat looks tiny compared to these boats. That's where we really take the size, really realize the size of these AC-75s, even in the game. All right, well, that is 3-1 right now for Rocco Guerra.
Yeah. Are we going for the fifth races, or we are going for the final now?
We are directly going to the finals, actually.
We are going to head directly into the finals after this next race, or currently right now.
Right now, so we will see Rock versus Luca in the next race.
All right, that has been decided. It will go straight into the finals. Now we're going to set up a couple of things on our end and leave you guys with a little video just so that we can get this new scoreboard, the new scorecard updated. And in a couple of minutes, it will be the grand final of the first ever eAmericas Cup tonight with Luca Koslovic and Rock Guerra, both players from the MCS Italia formation. Very interesting lineup, some of the best talent in the game, and we're super happy to be bringing you this event tonight.
I believe now is the time to set up the prediction on Twitch.
Arthur, how's it going?
Exactly.
So everyone who predicted Rock Guerra was correct. You guys have you guys did win that bet that you made on the channel.
So awarded about 4,000 points in total.
Congratulations
for
everyone.
prediction.
Everyone who made the bet. Valio put up a great fight. I mean, the what was the spread between the two boats was maybe at the most 16 seconds, usually much closer, around 5 or 6. And we are resetting the scorecard 0-0 going into this grand final. Even though Rock Guerra just put on a great show, doesn't mean that he's won. he could still finish not first, and like we said, like to say in the E-Americas Cup, there is no second.
But when you say something like this, you have to tell all the context about it.
Alberto,
do you know
why
the
don't
whole
you do that
story
for us?
about it?
Tell us the story then.
I was during the 100 Guinea Cup, the old name of the Americas Cup, and was the 100 Guinea Cup is the old name and was done in England, and the Queen, actually, if I don't remember badly, because they have the round of the Isle of Wight, so it was like a long distance race. It was asking. I saw the first one. Who is the second? And because the second was far behind, it says, "My dear, there is no second."
I believe it was the USA winning the first America's Cup that had sent back the information. But I heard another story. We've all heard our legends. This is a legendary event, and now coming to the eSailing world, this stream that you're watching tonight is a historic stream. It's like you were watching the very first America's Cup back in 1870 something, I believe, if I'm correct. It's 1871. The very first event, the America's Cup. A little bit of trivia: is the oldest sporting event, modern sporting event in still in existence. And yeah, the saying goes, there is only first, there is no second. So the next 5 races will determine who is that first. It will be an Italian for sure, we can tell you that much.
And will be also an MCS.
And it will be an MCS player, exactly. Why don't you tell us a little bit, Alberto, about the MCS formation in Italy? A lot of players are interested. We've seen MCS France and MCS Italia very well represented. Yeah. Is there anything you could tell us about the team, how it's organized, or what projects you might have for the future after this event?
Absolutely. MCS in Italy, especially in France, is an old gaming team. But in Italy, it's just born, is only, I believe, 8 months old. And they played most of the more common video games like Fortnite, Valorant, PlayerUnknown Battleground Mobile, FIFA, League of Legends, Brawl Stars. So, but they want to go to the esports, not only with FIFA, but also with Virtual Regatta, as they asked for who were the best player in Italy, and I was chosen because I was part of the First Nations Cup that was hosted in, I believe, was November or October.
Yeah, it was back last fall,
in October, yes.
October, yeah, second week of October, I believe. And from there, we started to set up everything to have the best team. We are challenging each other. We are pushing each other. That's the only reason why 3 of us were there, because at 3 in the night, I pushed Luca during the qualifiers to go on, to never stop. And at 7 in the morning, Rock called me, okay, you have to push, you have to go. It's like I sleep 3 hours. Let me have a life, guys. But it was the only way that, and it was impressive that us pushing each other, that's the main reason why Italy have actually 4 players, and the 3 of us are MCS.
So guys, I have the starting button ready. The 2 finalists have joined. Now I think there's only one thing to do.
You give us the star cube, and we'll jump into the race right after that.
So guys, do you want to try to have a prediction by yourself?
Are we
between us? Who is going to win?
I don't want to bring anybody bad luck. I just want to make sure we get the start and we don't miss the very beginning of the race.
So there we go. 1 minute and 10 seconds to the start.
You're far too polite. We have to jinx someone at the moment.
Oh, we glitched in anyways. I'm sorry, guys. This is terrible, which really trying to avoid this problem as much as possible. And we will have to bring you this as quick as we can. It is something that we are working on actively with the game and the support of the game to help make sure the spectator mode really gets improved when we get this type of feedback. Right now, it is a Luka Koslovic in the black sails, Luna Rosa Prada Pirelli representing Italy and representing the SN Pietas Giulia. Right now, Rocco Guerra also in red sails, slightly leeward to Luca, and 15 seconds to start. Let's see how this goes. Rocco picking up the first penalty. Ooh, that is close. It looks like Luca was able to put a penalty. It was a...
Fortunately, Rock getting smothered in that penalty there at start. And Luca now in a good controlling position. And both sailors are now engaging into attack battle. Luca trying to keep his cover on Rock.
First race of the day, or at least first race of this grand final for Luka Koslovic. Let's see how quickly he can get into the event. Make sure he's really mentally up to par with Rock, who's already been competing, already made it this far, definitely doesn't want to give up.
So yeah, really good timing actually by Luca to have counted in his head when that penalty from Rock would end, and then he was able. So what happens is if you come out of the penalty, there is still 1 second, like a split second, where you can still get an extension of that penalty in order to avoid like getting very special situations where you come out of a penalty and you're directly able to give another player a penalty. And I think Luca did a very good job in timing that perfectly, and then making sure that that penalty from Rock was extended till after the start.
Guys, at the moment we have Luca going at 41, Rock going at 44. He's going 3 knots faster. He's catching up. Let's see if this can be a good time for Rock to catch up with Luca or not.
So what do you think at this moment, Alberto, about the gate?
Definitely both they will go for pin gate. Yeah, Luca definitely. There is more wind. There is a left wind shift. Rock has not to lose too much. Luca is going for a JK. Rock is going straight. I believe Rock has done the right choice at the moment.
Indeed, it's very brave from Luca to decide to make the split there.
He tries a slam dunk on top of Rock, but Rock tacks back away.
Now, very interesting is that in this final live stream, we have not seen any penalty being handed out during the race. So players still prefer to stay on top of each other instead of going down hard and giving a penalty. Why do you think that is? Is it because they don't trust the rules that much, or if they just want to, if they think that keeping their small lead is still better than handing out a penalty?
Definitely, they want. Luca is between the team MCS is the more cynical. So he says, "I prefer to be sure. I prefer to keep the lead. I do not need to win by 1,000 meters. I just need to win." Rather than Rock is more emotional. He has a huge instinct. He can pull out the rabbit out of the hat, but he's more di cuore, we say in Italian, so we're filled with heart, racing with heart, rather than Luca. He's more like a brainiac,
Analytical.
I believe it would be the word. He think and overthink all the move, and as you can see, he had a small lead. It was like 50 meters. It was enough to keep Rock behind, and now he's going for the first win.
Yeah, this 160-meter lead, very impressive. I thought that that Rock would maybe catch a little bit more air over on the right side. It seemed like he had a slightly windier patch of the race course, but now it's still 100 meters for Luca in this very first race of the eAmericas Cup Grand Finals. I still can't believe I'm saying this, and it's actually happening here tonight. That is point one for Luka Koslovic in this event. I can't believe, I think pretty much he can't believe it either. He's probably just as excited as we are to get this point, but it's not over. It's far from over. It's a best of 5, and we know that this game is without mercy. You cannot make a mistake at this level.
Yeah, guys, Luca, do not give mercy to anyone.
There we go. We get it coming straight from his teammate. So
he didn't give me mercy to me for giving me this 1 point on this challenge. I don't think he will give it to Rock for.
Luca getting the shortest distance here, but Rock best speed, just under 45 knots in Auckland today.
Rock was very close behind Luca, yeah. All along that race, Luca did his best covering him, but definitely had more speed there.
Yeah, I wanted to remember also that Rock and Luca is a challenge that has been going on for the whole past year, as they were both they're both competing for the Italian Championship. For the Italian winter ranking list, they finished first and second. They are unfriendly friends. They fight against each other every time, but there's a lot of respect between the two guys.
All right. I'm getting some reports that we did lose the stream over on Facebook. I want to apologize. Well, I guess the people on Facebook can't hear me right now, but I'm going to try to get that back up on me, as up and going as soon as I can, and as well as on YouTube. Unfortunately, we're having a little bit of trouble streaming to different sources tonight.
Now the race has started with less than 1 minute to go.
What do you think about here? Is Rock trying the hook over Luca, right?
Yeah, although it's difficult to say with another 30 seconds to go, both of them still have enough time to get out of that penalty.
Yeah. We have Luca leading and Rock pushing a lot, and they're both a little bit early, but I believe Luca is in a really tough position right now. I believe he's going for attack and a jibe to avoid this exactly, to avoid that bad position. Rock doesn't have to follow him exactly. He's going for a double tack, and maybe Rock will won the start, as he can start with a max speed, and Luca cannot give him any bad air. The race will be done around the boundary on the left, where over the player who gives the penalty will win. And there is a penalty for Rock. Laugh up for Luca, and let's see when he's going out, guys.
Tricky situation there. Luca pinching up, forcing Rock to attack.
I told you there's no mercy from Luca.
But a very good execution from him. We saw him go just above best VMG course, and very slowly but very safely giving that penalty to Rock. Because as any player in this game will know, the game is very unforgiving if you are turning at the point of impact, and then you will be the one getting the penalty. So very good time by Luca, and it just shows how high the level is of the players in this final.
Rock going for the cross. Can he inflict that penalty? No.
Was so close.
Luca now in the lead on this first upwind leg of the second race.
Big right wind shift. As you can see, they're all laughing down much lower than the... Why they're going both on that one?
Yes, that was an interesting decision on Luca, and Rock decided to follow, but seems to be changing his mind.
Because this one is, I will believe on a... I'm not sure what's happening. Luca, he's on a puff, but the area is much wider than Rock.
So it's what it appears to me right now is that in order to get to that high wind zone, you have to first cross a zone with very low pressure, and both of the players don't dare to cross that zone, and that's why they are sticking on that lower pressured side.
To the center right of their course is really a very low pressure zone they don't want to get into. That's what you're telling us.
Exactly, and now they decided with rounding the mark to cross it.
Luca split for the boats. Now Luca getting back into phase.
That's really interesting. What Luca is doing at the moment is pushing Rock on the left, but from my screen I see a bigger puff on the left. I try to avoid it like it's lava, guys.
I think either way, Luca will be ready to hand out a dial-down penalty to Rock at any moment if he feels that it's necessary. So for Rock, every tag that he makes, he has to be very careful for that dial-down.
We're watching.
I believe Rock is expecting that. that Rock doesn't have that. I mean, Rock is always following up and is always thinking about that, and he has an amazing response time. So when he sees someone doing a dial down, is 90% going to avoid it. And I sincerely do not know how, but Luca is going by brain. Is doing the homework. Is doing his stacks. Is going cover. Is taking the starboard rights.
Wow, here we go now. Rock just barely making the mark here. Trying some risky moves, but didn't seem to pay off. He had to try everything, throw everything he could into that second upwind mark rounding.
It has to happen now. This is the last leg, race number 2 of the finals.
And actually the closest finish we have seen so far.
It looks like it'll be close. It looks like both boats will
Rock's
need to
been
put
doing
in
a
one
good
more
job
drive.
catching up.
Yep.
It seems like we're back up also on Facebook. Thanks for everybody waiting out on us over there. And sorry about that, but it looks like it's okay. Let us know if there are any trouble. Luka Kostovic crossing the finish line. That's 2 seconds ahead of Rock Era. And I saw Rocco's boat leave the race very quickly. I think he's going to be ready to start the third race just as fast. 1.9 second difference between those two boats. Very, very close right now.
Yeah, I think you must understand those guys are really like on full concentration mode, and I'm sure that even if you are a pro eSailer, it is still very difficult to maintain that concentration throughout the whole final show. As for instance for Rock, he is already racing almost an hour. So that's quite a long time to be in a very concentrated mode, because you can't afford to make any mistakes.
And he's not been sleeping much the past couple days, almost a week now. Let's not forget that. His sleep patterns have been affected by this event and by the amount of races he had to put in to get qualified. Then he had to go into the round robins and be available to race against his 7 other opponents on a very short schedule as well. Let's just say that was great that all of the participants really took this seriously and wanted to get those races done in the best conditions. So yeah, MCS Rock definitely right now has to be able to confront Luka Kosovic with all of that going on at the same time.
Yeah,
Right.
perhaps eSailing has more similarities with offshore racing than we think.
Cube, I'm expecting you to tell me exactly when you start the third race. We'll be starting in just a second, so we don't miss a second of the start. We're gonna
So
focus on
the race has been set, and we are now on 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Great.
So
Viewers at
we'll
home, thank you for being so quick to start this next race and being able to show it to you guys. Race committee doing a great job, tremendous work put into bringing everyone from the players to the audience a fun experience. And as streamers as well, we're having a lot of fun on this event because it's one of a kind. 40 seconds right now, and Luka Koslovic working off a penalty from Regatta on the right side of the box. Will he be able to shake it off and stay safe? Jibing back around. It's a little bit short, but let's see how he makes it to the line.
I believe Rocco is feeling the pressure at the moment of a 3 match point for Luka, but he's not giving up. As you can see, he's leading this start. He's doing attack. He's trying to attack again. He's still in control, but he has the hook from Luka. But he won the start, guys.
Yeah, we could see that high and slow strategy paying off for him, being able to force Luka into a bad position, and now hitting a committee boat, Luka picks up a penalty.
And this gives Rock a really high advantage in order to get to that more pressurized zone. Just get a bit of that wind, because we see on the radar that it's slowly moving down and disappearing from the race course.
Exactly what Rocco needed to come back into the race, into the finals. Now with a solid advantage, 120 meters already on the first leg of race number 3.
And this will give him also a huge mental boost, because now we saw that Luka is not invincible at the start, and that even he makes mistakes like touching that committee boat. So that will definitely give him a lot of courage to move forward and keep fighting for that victory.
All it takes is starting with that first point. You can't win the grand finals without winning at least one regatta, and as long as you don't get that first point, you're still doubting yourself. Now, much less, and Regatta right now controlling his opponent and teammate on the first upwind beat. They will be taking the favored mark. No, he actually tacks away just to make me sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. That wouldn't be a first.
Penalty for Luka is hitting the mark.
This is incredible. What's going on right now in Luka Koslovic's head?
I believe he's trying to push over 100%, and pushing that much is always putting you at risk of a penalties. I believe he tried that one. If he could do it properly, he was going to fight against Rock until the end, but right now I'm not sure. Only a big mistake or some big issues can change the set of this race. But this race is going to change the set of the match, because Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, Rocco to come back has to get that first point. Luka now having 2 points, Rock 0. Yeah, he really needs this if he wants to win this best of 5 tonight. A lot of people joining us in the audience. Welcome everyone. This is race number 3 of the finals.
All right, got the chat bot back up there.
And we have at the moment Rock that is doing the right job. He's staying on Luka. He doesn't have to increase the distance. He has to keep at least a couple of 100 meters in front, and a couple of like 50 meters in front to be sure. He has 100, and There is no way. If Luca do not pull off anything, there's no possibility. I believe now they can split, but as you can see, Rock tack over that ley line, so it will force Luca for another attack or follow him. And
Yeah, Rock stretching that lead now. Now 150 meters ahead, going for that more like darker wind pattern on the right-hand side of the course. Now will win this third race. I think there's nothing that Luca can do at this point.
And it opens the entire final again.
Exactly. Now we've got a race. Now we've got a regatta on our hands. Luca here trying everything he can. He's catching up on his teammate, but running out of racetrack, running out of time and distance. And there we go. It's Rock Guerra taking his first point in the eAmericas Cup Grand Final. 6-second lead.
So now we saw why both of those players were in this final stage of the eAmericas Cup. Both with at least one victory.
This is something I found very interesting about the eAmericas Cup compared to its real-life counterpart, is that in the America's Cup, a lot of people are talking about what's the faster boat, right?
Yep.
We know that there's a speed difference between the two boats, and that makes up for a lot in the victory or defeat of the America's Cup. On Virtual Regatta, the boats are absolutely identical. There is no difference. It all depends on skill. The e-sailors make the difference.
And I believe is a first for the America's Cup, as always has been the fastest boat who normally wins. I believe was never a chance, but also I believe when they had the foiling catamarans was also a one design, or was a box rules also. Do you know that?
Catamarans were one.
I think it was one design.
Was one design, right?
But it's not something that usually, it's not like a feature that usually comes up in the America's Cup to be racing in one design boats.
I don't know. It's never. It's
maybe
that,
someone
just
in the
that
chat,
one time.
Maybe someone in the chat knows better than we do. But definitely here in this event, we are racing on completely identical boats. There is no difference in whether it's in the boats, the liveries, or the sail settings. That's great. There's also an interesting thing I thought about this eAmericas Cup compared to the real-life counterpart, is we have no Kiwis, Americans, Swiss, or Aussies in the final. We only have Italians. This was, something I noticed last night when there were still a couple more nations that could have made it to the challenger phase. Cube, how are we on the start of the fourth race?
So we are, just as you're saying, pressing the start button with now 1 minute and 10 seconds to go before the start of this match point race again for Luca.
All right, so we're going to give it another 3 seconds to go just to make sure we have the full minute. And yeah, so the Italians will be the first nation to win the eAmericas Cup, which I'm sure is going to be a very relieving fact. You'll be happy to know that despite the defeat of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli in the America's Cup, which we all saw put on a great regatta and were really a great challenger this year in this edition, they weren't able to beat out Emirates Team New Zealand, but they will be able to go home with the very first eAmericas Cup tonight.
And if you don't mind, I had a lot of friends on the Luna Rossa team that I give their commiseration. Amazing penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Rock was trying there. Maybe trying to get leeward on Luca, but didn't work.
But now he's in control. Yeah, and penalty for Luca.
That was on the start,
awesome.
And Luca also would have hit the
comeback.
The pin as
comeback. Rocco inflicting that first penalty, and now getting that second.
Bobby Dazzler in the chat, by the way, thank you for chiming in and letting us know that there was never a single edition of the America's Cup that was one design. We are all relieved now to know that that is the case. Here, it is all about the eSailer skill. That is why we're having such an even event tonight between the very two best eSailors coming out of Italy and probably coming out of the entire world. But it is wide open, 2-1 right now for Luka Koslovic, but we can see Rocco Guerra in the red sails is currently in the lead.
That's a unique element actually to this whole eSailing version of the America's Cup, because it's not only allowing teams to race in the exact same boats, it's also allowing everyone to participate, which is definitely not the case in the real life scenario. So that's, I think, for a lot of fans of the America's Cup and of sailing in general, it's I think a fantastic opportunity that they get to taste a bit of that competition, and a bit of the sort of like amazing atmosphere that hangs around important sailing events.
I counted
It does bring that feeling.
I've counted 3-second split there between 3-second difference there between Luka and Rock on the first upwind. Let's see if Luka can come up, but he definitely has 2 penalties now to recover from. It's going to take some very, very smart sailing and maybe a little bit of luck. Yeah, the advantages of eSailing, I see the chat debating it as well, is definitely some of the elements of real sailing aren't there, but you can sail any time of the day. You don't need a crew. You don't necessarily need a very big budget because some boats can cost a lot to upkeep and even to purchase. I could keep on going on, but the advantages we know are of being able to just turn on your phone, jump into a regatta and race against some of the best e-sailors and sailors in the world, because a lot of these high-level e-sailors also have a great resume in sailing, international events, Olympics, you name it.
Guys, also, if you want to know, we have people from the 30 Seconds America's Cup watching the stream live here. So and he's also an Italian player. He's playing a lot of eSailing. So guys, this game has a lot of opportunity, and a lot of people are thinking now to use it to train for their real life sailing, because they start to learn more about tactic, they start to learn more about strategy, and how to put yourself against the opponent and stuff like that. So I believe that this one can be also an amazing working game where you can improve your skill of your real sailing.
All right, Rock here manages to pass the mark, the upwind mark first, and we have Luka 96 meters to his left and behind. Will he be able to come back? I totally agree with what you said, Alberto. Just trying to focus on the end of this race here and see if Rock will be able to pull off a second point. The game is definitely open to everyone, and you can get so many races in such a short time. There's something that you can't do in real sailing, no matter how much you would like to. Luka here taking the jibe, and will he be able to catch up? Doesn't look like that distance between the two boats is coming down, but they will be forced to jibe again.
Now I think Rock has this one. Just gliding into a jibe there.
Guys,
at 50 meters from the finish line.
I think the odds on that expectation were really safe.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking any chances here. I'm not taking any chances.
No, but I feel you. I was the one during the Nations Cup. Some of the people watching might remember between, I believe it was between Japan and France, where I made some sort of, well, I tried to find out the results of the event before the finish, and it came back as a boomerang right into my face.
He did it. He's managed to come back from a 2-point lead to a draw right now, and it is wide open. Both players wanting to get to that 5-point mark first, but it's going to be hard now because they know pretty much every race is going to be a possible break and a possible lead that will put them ahead and in a good position to finish up. Now, we are going to start the fourth race in a couple of seconds here.
Fifth race.
Fifth race, I'm
kept
sorry.
us on the edge of our seats here. It's crazy what's going on tonight in these finals.
And for those two players, after more than 300 races, I think even more than 350 races, maybe 400 races.
This could be the right time as we're closing in on maybe the final race of the evening. We hope it won't happen too quickly, but it will come in sooner or later.
This is the final race of the evening.
Are we back to best of three?
No, best of five, and it's 2-2.
Right. This was the fourth race.
So this is now the fifth race, deciding
Fifth race.
who is winning this eAmericas Cup.
I was in best of 9 mode. I don't know how I didn't make that make that connection a little bit earlier.
So countdown has started. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock right now of this last race of the eAmericas Cup final.
Guys, this start will be devastating here. I'm anxious for them.
So it's really interesting. 35 seconds. Both boats not doing a lot at the moment, lying very still, being very
they
patiently.
have to be super conservative here. They know that if they mess up the start, it's going to give a huge advantage to the other one. Ooh, look at the nice hook from Rock. Is going Rock for the double tack? Yes. And penalty for Luca at 3 seconds from the start.
And now he's above.
He has 2 more seconds. And now he's out. Rocco is going high mode. And Luca is stacking now in rocking control.
Yeah, there's a right shift coming on the right-hand side of the course. So that's where Luca is going for right now.
Yeah, but guys, it's 10 meters difference. Given my... It's really a small difference between the two boats. It's going to be a match until the end.
So Luca is focusing on those double tacks in order to slow down Rock and try to catch him by letting him make a mistake in one of those tacks.
And here we're waiting for both attack for the right mark. Do you think they're both going on the right mark, or do you think someone is going to split?
Well, it's yeah. I mean, the wind right now looks very equal on both sides. However, it's really close. There we just saw that penalty. Like it was.
Yeah. Ooh, high mode for Rock, high mode for Luca, but Rock give bad hair and
barely making it.
And that's what we said already in the Challenger final. It's so dangerous to lose that momentum, and Luca was really on the edge of losing it. And if we look at the distance, it's moved from around 40 meters to 130.
Let's see what the wind does on the second upwind beat of this grand final, very last race of the E-Americas Cup, and it is 2-2 right now between Luka Koslovic and Rocco Guerra, the two Italian players fighting, getting everything they got.
How close was that?
And Rocco pulling off 3 very good starts in a row, managing to put his opponent and countrymate in a tough spot now for a win. There's only 80 meters. It's still very close.
Yeah. Look at the right wind shift. Luca is going to the right wind shift. Rocco probably staying on the small left that he has. Probably. But Luca right now has no wind.
Oh.
25 knots for Luca.
Oh,
22 for Rock now.
These boats need 6 seconds to accelerate back up, so being able to predict your opponent's tacks is crucial. Right now, Rock is doing just that.
Guys,
we can hear you enjoying this final.
I'm really enjoying it because also I know that they are both writing in their chat. And it's like, oh, come on. Oh, the starts here is really, really fun, that how they managed to play the game in the final and still chat on text chat between each other. It's like, come on, guys, you're playing for... They are super skilled. They are multitasking. They are impressive, these guys.
We are watching right now the second downwind beat of this fifth race. I'm sorry, my numbers are getting confused.
Race,
guys, but the Rock is going long.
As soon as I say 1, 2, 3, it's boards down. But here we go. Rocco Guerra is going to pass that finish line. Luka Koslovic about 5 seconds behind, I'd say. And we have our very first winner. It is incredible. The very first winner of the E-Americas Cup is not even 18 years old.
I believe he's not even 17.
From Manfredonia, Italy, it is Rocco Guerra, the very first winner of the E-Americas Cup. GG to him. Let's hear it for him in the chat. That was incredible. And what a comeback. I mean, he wasn't able to qualify first and wasn't the defender. He only was a challenger. Had to go through Valerio Mereghini, in the challenger finals, but now 6.5 seconds ahead on this fifth race, taking the win and taking the title.
Guys, I have to say something in Italian now to celebrate him. Rocco c'è, Rocco c'è, Rocco c'è!
Hey guys!
That's the spirit.
So right now, in the chat, let us bring you that quickly up onto your screens. We are getting this set up for you. Rocco, good to hear you, and GG, well done.
Oh, thanks. I'm really happy. Luca is very good, but not enough.
So Rock, there is one question I think a lot of people are asking themselves: how much did you sleep in those last 5 days, 6 days?
Better Virtual Regatta than sleep.
Because you were still like, you had to be focused for so long in order to make no mistakes and to end up here.
It was very difficult, but with Alberto and Luca, we are in chat, so we continue all the night.
There's still, I think you have another regatta planned for tonight as well.
Yeah, the Nations League against Spain.
Yeah, up against, you've still got a lot of competition before the day's over, before the weekend is over.
Yeah. After tonight, I will play the next year at Virtual Regatta.
Well, you're qualified for the eSailing World Championship Grand Finals. Congratulations, you're the first player of the season to be qualified. How does that feel?
Thanks.
Did we lose anyone here?
No.
Sorry, guys. I didn't understand you.
Do you mind if I translate?
Yeah, go ahead, Alberto. You take over.
Rocco, sei il primo qualificato alla finale del mondiale, come ti senti?
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really excited, and so this, only this. That's all.
Do you think you're still going to play all of the blue events on Virtual Regatta, or maybe just try to concentrate on some other?
Oh, no, I think that
Competitions.
I have to play the blue events like the other players because also the ranking for me is important.
Well,
The Italian ranking, and or both also Italian and world.
you've got to keep that. You've also got to defend your title as Italian eSailing champion from 2020.
Ah, sure.
And now you will be the defender of record for the eAmericas Cup. That's a lot of pressure on your shoulders until next year.
That's really fantastic. I'm really excited.
Sorry, do you mind? I have a question for Rocco.
Please.
Firstly, is finally this rock on fire because.
Yeah,
But
sure.
how do you come back from a 2-0 against Luka Kozlovic to a 3-2? I mean, he's nobody can pull this off, guys.
I was really focusing on the three last race, and I think that Luca thinking that have just win.
So you think he's
So-
slowed down a little bit? I mean, he thought he won already.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Either way, congratulations, Rock, with your victory and with your qualifications to the eSailing World Championship Finals.
Thank you guys for the organization.
Yeah. Thank you to all the eSailors who participated, hundreds of them all over the game and all over the world. Congratulations again to Rocco Guerra. We'll let you congratulate. We're going to congratulate you, let you celebrate. I think you should take about at least an hour and a half off tonight before your next race to savor your victory.
Yeah.
And well, we look forward to seeing you back on the channel and on the water very soon. Incredible race you put on tonight, and very entertaining from our end.
Guys, just to let you know the prediction, have you checked the prediction that says Luka Kozlovic was going to win?
I think
But,
At 67%, yeah.
it was a 67% in favor of Rocco tonight, or of Luca, in Luca's favor.
Yeah, in Luca's favor.
All right, so you beat the odds, Rocco. You should buy a lottery
I'm
ticket
really
today.
happy for this. I'm really happy.
Awesome. Well, great. That's awesome to see
Also
everyone in the chat.
Also from 2-0 on a 3-2.
It was
A little
impressive.
shout out.
It was
Rocco, we have a lot of Italian in the chat at the moment. Do you want to leave an Italian message
But,
for?
can I speak Italian?
Absolutely,
Sì.
you have to.
Ah, ok. Allora, beh, prima di tutto ringrazio tutti quelli che mi hanno fatto compagnia in 3 giorni di regate e poi vi adoro tutti. Ho visto che molti di voi sono presenti e è solo grazie a questo che sono riuscito ad arrivare qua, insomma. Grazie.
So I'm going to translate. Thank you everyone to accompany me to the final, and to the whole people that are watching it. It's amazing to see all of you cheering us up in the chat, in the Discord servers, stuff like that. So thank you everyone for everything.
I think we can say thank you to all the guys who put in a huge effort for this event, and thank you to Cube and all the tournament directors who were able to put this event together on a short and very intense notice, but that's how the America's Cup is always put together. You've got to be able to get the competitors aligned and ready really quickly. So big thanks to all the tournament directors and race committee. And also I'd like to say thanks to my four great co-hosts, my three great co-hosts tonight, Alberto, Arthur, and Arcturos.
Thank you for letting having this amazing experience here with let me having this beer with you guys. It was a really honor, and I was really happy to see 3 Italians in the final, 4 Italians in the top 8, and we finally managed to bring the America's Cup, at least in the E version, back to Italy.
Congrats, Italy, proving that they are great sailors in the game and in real life. Until the next eAmericas Cup. See if that happens before the next
Hopefully
4
sooner.
years, 2 years.
Yeah, maybe Rock will be the defender for the next 3 years.
Better.
No.
Congratulations, Rock.
Thank you.
All right. Arthur, any last thoughts?
Well, thank you very much for hosting this live stream of the eAmericas Cup final, and to bring it to so many people right to their device, so they could watch and experience the thrill of this event together with us.
Well, it was great to have
Lots
such a
of
good
fun.
event to bring to the audience. I'm just going to add this really quickly. If you want to watch more eSailing, you should subscribe to Alberto Carraro's channel. Arthur will post that link in the chat in just a second. Alberto also streams a lot of Virtual Regatta, and that's why we were super happy to have him as well, doing our very first co-streaming on this channel for this event. And well, I could say bravo Italia
Yeah, we say
Thank
bravo.
you.
one last time. And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on the stream, and see you hopefully very soon.
Stay breezy, sailors.
Have a good Sunday, everyone.
Have a good Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.